And welcome back to more Gravity Rush Remastered. Last time, we completed most of the challenges in Venda Center, so this time, we're going to try to finish up the remaining challenges. First up is the second DLC challenge in Pléijoune, and that's located right over here. The Rift Plane Health Race. Your health gauge is almost empty. Duck and weave through the lava and Nevi to reach the finish. Bust objects with the gravity kick to get a speed boost. The goal time is 3 minutes and 30 seconds. So I think this is one of the tougher challenges in the game for a few different reasons. First of all, we have almost no health, and this is actually a very dangerous rift plane with so much lava and Nevi around. It's also kind of tricky because it's a fairly long race at 3.5 minutes for the gold time. I think it actually is the longest race. And it also requires some very specific techniques to get through really efficiently. Like there, we actually use a gravity kick to break that platform, but that still counts for reaching the checkpoint. So yeah, overall this one's fairly intimidating. I actually don't think it's the overall toughest challenge, but it definitely is one of the scarier challenges. Because of how long this challenge is, it's also not exactly easy to retry it. Because of how long a good run of it takes, and having to kind of learn the course can take a while. Luckily there are health pickups along the way, so we don't have to complete the entire race at low health. I actually feel like that kind of defeats the purpose of starting at low health if there's so many health pickups here anyway. But it is still nice to give the player more health. Also, here's a slightly tough area because there's a bunch of Nevi guarding this entrance that we have to break open. Here, we have another section where we want to use gravity kicks to fly through here. You can actually land on these platforms with speed falls, but it's not exactly easy because of how small these are. Gravity kicks are so much more efficient, and basically, once I started using this trick, this challenge actually got a lot easier. I remember trying to only use speedballs for this, and it took a long time and a lot of tries. So yeah, just use gravity kicks. It's so much simpler. And for the most part, because these are stationary targets, the gravity kick will most likely land. Alright, so we have about 1.5 minutes or so left. So we're actually in good shape. I think we have more than enough time to make it to the end. We still want to be careful. There are still plenty of Nevi around, and quite a few checkpoints left to get through, but we should be relatively in the clear. Alright, so from here, instead of gravity sliding, I'm simply going to fly over because I think that'll be a little faster. Also, there's a Nevi in the way, so we skip that Nevi. And from here, I actually don't know if this is faster or not. I think it actually would be faster to slide, instead of using, the, speed fall. So one more checkpoint here, and then one checkpoint, behind this, Nevi. And then we are good to go. We definitely got a little bit tripped up at the end, but overall that wasn't too bad. And with that taken care of, we have completed every challenge in Pléijoune. So next up is the second DLC challenge in Industria. So this one is located right here, and I think the fastest warp would be this one. Alright, so all we have to do is make our way over here, and there it is. The Rift Plane Sliding Race. Complete the race using only your gravity slide. If you release L2 or R2 while turning, you can drift. Press X to jump. The goal time is 2 minutes. So, this one is interesting. I actually find it to be a little bit tougher than the previous challenge, but for some reason I also think it's a little bit less daunting, partly because of having a shorter time limit, meaning it's much easier to retry if you need to. It takes a lot less time in general, and because we basically can only gravity slide, the actual limitation to our moveset makes this a little bit easier because there's less to work with. In general, I feel like the sliding challenges are a lot easier because you only have one move to work with and occasionally jumping, instead of having to juggle like a bunch of different techniques. I'm pretty sure I passed through that checkpoint, but it didn't count. I feel like sometimes the hitboxes on these checkpoints can be a little bit finicky, but we still have plenty of time. We are more than halfway there, and we have a minute left. But we still need to be a little bit careful because we can't make too many more mistakes like that, or we will run out of time. So one here. I'm actually going to stop and land for a bit to actually reposition before sliding again. So from here, I think we need to go onto this platform and resume sliding, and try to carefully platform across here. And this is like the trickiest part, trying to make it across these little platforms. But once we're past there, all we have is just this checkpoint here, and a drop down here for the final checkpoint. So yeah, even though that was still very technical, that actually went pretty well. So we've now completed everything from the DLC, but there's still one more base game challenge left to go. And that should be in Venda Center. This station, centrally located in the heart of Venda Center, serves the many commuters and visitors to the bustling downtown district. Get the station back in service to help service the downtown area. Alright, let's warp over there. I think this'll be a closer warp, even though this one's also fairly close by. And from here, we need to make it to a station. I think it'll be fastest to go over here and basically follow the train tracks, like so. So yeah, it's just through here. So let's see what this is like once we fix up the final location. It's working! New challenge mission unlocked. The Venda Center Sliding Race. Complete the race using only your gravity slide. Slide your way through town to reach the goal. The goal time is 55 seconds. This will honestly kind of be a little bit anticlimactic after the previous two fairly tricky DLC challenges. So yeah, hopefully this will go relatively well. It's a much shorter time limit, so even if something does go awry, it's much easier to restart and try again. I missed that checkpoint, that's not great. So yeah, let's slide up here. This one is actually a little bit tricky because of a lot of tight turns, like here. Kind of did not make that turn well, but we still have plenty of time. Luckily, these checkpoints seem really close together, actually. And yeah, that's it. And with that, we have completed every challenge. Alright, so, with that taken care of, we have quite a few gems left over. I'll hold on to those for later, because we still have a few more things to take care of. We still need to find the mysterious couple in a few more areas, and we also need to revisit the Rift Plains. So I think I'll try to go through one Rift Plane, now. So we need to go back home. And to go back to a Rift Plane, we need to approach Gade. We want to go to the ruins. You can revisit Rift Plains to collect precious gems or find undiscovered secret moves. Defeat the Nevi and follow the flowers. You can return to Hexaville at any time by cancelling the mission from the mission log. So, we are back in the Rift Plane, but it's not entirely the same as it was last time. Like, I'm pretty sure this enemy was not here before, because that's a fairly high-level enemy. The basic structure is the same. We can defeat the Nevi to get the flowers to point to the next spot we need to go to, but in this case, we actually technically don't need to fight these Nevi to accomplish our goal for now. In one of the Rift Plains, I think we do actually need to fight through the Nevi to open up a pathway, but in this case, we could skip these encounters if we wanted to. But yeah, this is a good place to get gems, and also take care of a few secret things. So, once we defeat this Nevi, we might as well, we're at 1 of 5 of this set. So yeah, we might as well actually clear out this area. From here, I want to go towards that tower, but instead of going towards the top of the tower like the flower is telling us to, I want to drop down here. This is definitely something you don't want to try on your first visit here, because wonder what's down there. Maybe I should have a look. This is a very challenging area, actually. There's something strange about that one. So we have a rare Nevi to fight. Even though this one's not too intimidating, it's still very difficult. Specials do not work on rare Nevi, so we have to use other means to defeat them, like regular kicks or gravity kicks. I think stasis field throws work too, but there's nothing to throw here. This one's actually fairly easy, as long as you have a fairly high level kick and a lot of health, because it does deal a lot of damage. Wow, look at this hall! And for defeating each rare Nevi in the Rift Plains, you unlock a ton of gems. So if you still need to upgrade, this is a great place to go. If I'm not mistaken, you can actually refight the rare Nevi, but they won't give you gems the second time you defeat them. And with that, we're almost close to like, what, 7,500 gems or so? So yeah, pretty good. I don't think we'll actually make it to max level, oddly enough, even after doing all of the challenges. I think you do have to collect a few gems around the city to actually make it to the highest level. But from here, we're still not done yet, because there are 2 travelers to find. We're going to skip the Nevi encounters from here on out. By the way, you can also refight the boss if you want, by going through this again, but you also don't have to. You can exit out from the menu, and it will still save. So the first traveler is up here. It's you! Can you see me again? Why is she able to see me when no one else can? My name is Nala. Do you have a name? Look at me, talking as if she can hear me. I've been apart from my husband for so long, it feels nice even just to pretend to be seen. If only she could hear me. Does she think I'm a ghost? This world is so unreal, it feels like I'm in a dream. If only I could find my husband and... And she's gone again. So from here, we want to go towards the last flower location before the town, which is on this platform, or in this area. So instead of actually going to solid ground, we're actually going to go underneath this area, and down here is the second, traveler for this area. Perhaps you're being able to see me as a result of our respective space-time dimensions overlapping, in which case the possibilities are truly limitless. Singlor, I was worried I wouldn't see you again. What? I haven't gone anywhere. We've been talking this whole time. Huh? But you disappeared until I found you again just now. If what you say is true, then the variance between our respective timelines is causing me to perceive this as one conversation. Does that mean I have more time than you? Well, theoretically, if you could jump back and forth between our dimensions, that might be the case. But since you can't, it's just an issue of perception. In theory, you could suddenly disappear again, and there he goes. I wonder if he thinks he's still talking to me. And that's everything we can do in the ruins. So let's head to the menu and exit. So we still have 2 more rift planes to go through, which we'll be taking care of next time. But first, I do want to level up the evasion move a little bit for something coming up in the next rift plane. We have plenty of gems for this. And with that taken care of, we are going to explore the other 2 rift planes next time. So thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time for more Gravity Rush Remastered.